basically what we saw was it was a post online on Zillow. Someone had emailed us. It's basically like a $1 million house pretty much for $15,000. They were like, okay, this is for first time home buyers. We want to just help them, get started on a home. And we have a bunch of properties. Please don't involve realtors, lawyers, anyone like that. It's just between you and I, and call this number. So a lot of red flags jump out at that. But what should people know when they are looking on Zillow and they do see maybe a house that's $1 million going for $15,000?
Right. One thing that I always say is if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And in this market where prices are so aggressive, I think the general public has a good sense of that probably doesn't seem right. And if someone's giving you $1 million house for $15,000, at that point, what's happening is they're trying to get you to commit to giving them some sort of cash up front. It's not even about the house at that point. They want you to hand over some cash for some sort of due diligence fee or earnest money deposit, and then they're gone. So it's really important for people to watch out for any kind of grammatical errors, really strange grammatical errors. Like, none of us are perfect, but strange grammatical errors may suggest that that is coming from somewhere out of the country, where most of these scams are coming from typically. And so I would be looking out for that, certainly looking out for anyone asking for money or cash of any kind. And also looking out for anybody who doesn't want to meet you at the home. If you contact that person and they say, hey, we want to sell you this house, that's great. Okay, wonderful. I'd like to come and see it. Well, we really can't get there. We're not local. I inherited this property. Those kinds of things are red flags as well. And if you're looking to verify, a great way to do that, if you are shopping without a realtor, a great way to do that is going to be to look into the tax records in that particular county and see if it makes any sense, the pricing of the house that they're asking for versus what the house is being valued at by that county that the home is in.
Can you also see if someone currently lives there, I'm guessing,
Yeah, you can see the sales history of a property pretty easily as well. And this is why working with a realtor is a great idea, because we have a lot more access to these kinds of records, or at the very least, we know where to go for these kinds of records so that we can help you find out, wow, has this house been sold in the past 6 months? Is it in foreclosure, pre-foreclosure? Is it a distressed property? So that you can get answers to those questions pretty quickly and not have to be concerned that someone might be trying to trap you.
Do you think that this is happening more often? Or are you hearing about this more often because of how the market is right now?
I don't know that it's happening more often, honestly, because we're having such an inventory shortage. It's probably just that people are preying on the public more because the public is kind of desperate to find a deal. It's very hard right now to secure that property that you want. And if especially if you're out there shopping on your own, you don't have someone helping you with that, you can become very easily preyed upon by, oh, wow, this could be the one for me. I could get a hold of this property and for such a little price. So I think that that's probably why we're seeing it more in the sales market. I've seen it previously in the rental market quite a bit. Preying on people for security deposits and such. It's a lot easier. So these scammers are becoming a lot more bold in trying to scam people in purchases.
Especially when putting it up on a website. I know Zillow has its processes of putting up a home, but they can still be pretty sneaky of making sure it's listed, right?
Right. And these people will create multiple accounts. So if someone flags it or reports it to Zillow and Zillow takes it down, they can create a secondary account and pop it right back up. They're copying pictures from previous listings. In some cases, they're mimicking or mirroring a current MLS listing. I've seen that as well. And the homeowner says, oh my gosh, I just saw my house on Zillow for sale for half of what we're asking. What's going on? And that's people stealing those pictures and recreating those ads. They take the property information, they take the realtor's description or the homeowner's description in the case of a for sale by owner, and they repeat that. And so it looks credible, but it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Great. Anything else that you want to add or that you think I'm missing or people need to like look out for?
Um, I really think, and I made a few notes here, which is why I'm looking. I mean, the big bottom line on this is that if it seems to be too good to be true, it probably is. So if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Also, if you're not working with a realtor in this market, you probably should be, because realtors know how to help avoid these situations for you.
Yep, 100%. Awesome.
Mhm.
Great. Well, Megan, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.